In high school, my recruitment process has been interesting. I was kind of tweener.
Fordham loved Nick. They brought him in and gave him the keys to the car.
It was tough for many reasons. He was the baby, being that far away from home, and that was the year that I had a heart event.
My mom's had a huge impact on my life. To be honest with you, she's how I ended up at Missouri, ultimately. And I consider the coaching staff family.
Whatever it was that we've asked him to do, he's done it.
Really just being around people you can trust and be comfortable with, I feel like that's what makes it home.
Being in the Air Force and coming home, I was a baseball player.
And he tried to get me to play for a little bit, but every time he come home, we play catch for like probably 2 minutes.
I'd still be in my uniform, so I'd try to go in the house, change my uniform, grab a glass of water, I'd come back out.
Glove down, ball down to pick up a basketball.
He's shooting hoops in the driveway, and we never got back to the glove.
We couldn't get him to do anything else other than basketball, but we tried, definitely tried.
Life growing up with the fam, my dad was in the Air Force for 20 plus years. We did like a little bit of moving around, finally settled in Orlando, and just, having 2 older sisters, they really just helped put me on to a lot of different things.
Being around his sister, played a little basketball, and we would always go out and watch her play. And I think just watching it, and probably you kind of realize, got a little something special in you.
I knew he had something special when he was in 5th grade. There's a highlight tape of him in 5th grade, shooting 3-pointers, taking them to the hoop. Just a little of everything. It was so surprising because he's always been the small one.
Nick always tells me, he said, "Dad, I didn't realize I was small until I was in the 9th grade and I started playing against 6'10", 6'11".
In high school, my recruitment process has been interesting. I was kind of tweener. A couple high majors were interested.
Fordham loved Nick, and they wanted Nick.
I just wanted to go with the best fit ultimately, so I decided to go to Fordham University in New York.
They brought him in and gave him the keys to the car.
Gets a little antsy when it's this deep into the game. Woo! How about the move for Nick Honor?
Oh, it was tough. It was tough for many reasons. He was the baby, being that far away from home, and that was the year that I had a heart event.
We were playing in Richmond of my freshman year. I got a call from something that happened to her at the basketball game.
I was at my husband's basketball game, and I started to feel a little lightheaded, and then next thing I know, I passed out. I had had a heart attack.
That's my mom, so I just immediately, I was like breaking down a little bit. I was around my teammates, so I tried to, hold it together for a little bit.
And the strangest thing, as soon as we hung up the phone, he said like 2 seconds later, it popped up on social media. At that moment, Nick he wanted to be around his family. And that was really tough for him, and I know it was.
It was tough because at first, I think the love of my family and the love of my school environment where I work helped to get me through it. It was a comeback story from then on. I had to have surgery, cardiac bypass ×5.
I remember all of us taking turns. We stayed overnight in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Eventually I went home, I want to say next weekend to see her, and just seeing her smile and seeing her recover. It meant a lot to me.
And I've just been on the move and, just making the right changes and doing what's right to keep myself here and live a good life.
It was family, and that's what it's always been.
My mom's had a huge impact on my life. Just, motivation and her inspiring me to just have patience and treat people with respect. She's always taking care of me.
We've always had a strong relationship. It's always been there, even from the beginning.
To be honest with you, she's how I ended up at Missouri, ultimately.
Nick Honor, unbelievable young man, obviously started his career at Fordham, transferred to the ACC at Clemson, and then obviously was looking for a new home. We were lucky to have him.
She basically just helped in that process of, getting to Missouri. She always told me, just go where your heart tells you and where you feel like you'll be treated well. So, Missouri was a no-brainer.
Once that happened, Nick's natural ability is want to be close to family.
With all the situations, the way they played out, Clemson was a 50-minute flight into Greenville, which was close enough for Nick to get back and forth home.
And then Clemson, it was just, a learning experience. I met some of my best friends there, helping me in my next chapter in life.
But as soon as he graduated, he knew it was time to go.
Just coming out of the portal, I just wanted some new scenery. I was fresh out of graduation. Coach Gates and Coach CY convinced me to come up here, so.
CY, Gates, they showed him right away that they appreciated him, they valued him, and they knew what he could bring to the table.
Just remember us sitting around the breakfast table. Nick made his actual commitment to coaches, and it was a sense of relief because I knew he was going to be in good hands.
It turned out well. I think coming to Missouri just allowed me to grow up as a person and as a leader.
And he's done a tremendous job for us, did an excellent job for us in his career. He's one of our better guys when it comes down to being a leader, and that's what I appreciate most about Nick Honor.
He talks more now. He's not afraid to speak up because he's a kid that's gonna do what's right, but now he has that confidence to speak up, to say how he feels, and it means a lot.
My son has learned to accept what's going on, but still learn how to fight and dig through it. It's just been really a pleasure to watch.
Whatever it was that we've asked him to do, he's done it, and he's done it to the best of his ability.
Being close with the guys on the coaching staff and being close to my teammates. I consider these guys my brothers, and I consider the coaching staff family, so really just being around people you can trust and be comfortable with, I feel like that's what makes it home.
There's an open three. There's a make for Nick Honor. Honor right side alley-oop for Shaw. Flush!
Shout out to the 407. Man.
Shout out to the 407, man.
Shout out to the 407, man.
What a guy. Spinning Honor left side, banks it home. Long range, and Honor's got it. On James, left wing Honor, step back three from the sideline. Made it just over the rim.
Honor lets it fly. Honor rattles home the three. What a night in Como.